2 weeks ago, my friend Eileen went for a stress test, and as a result of the stress test, she was scheduled immediately for open heart surgery, which happened yesterday. So I've been to the hospital to visit her, and now I'm popping off to a nearby mall to get some paint for my car. And I'll need to make time every afternoon to visit her, and I have to use my bicycle because the parking there is horrible. So I'm not looking forward to biking up the bridge every day, but I probably need it. That crow up there is flying on the wind and losing the fight. How trippy was that, eh? Yeah, it's a campfire. We never did it on the trip, but we can do it at home, can't we? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. And it's nice and warm, huh? Do you like that radiant heat? Yeah. I just have to make sure you don't touch it. But I don't think you will. I think it gets too hot before you get close enough. There. Not so close to the fire. This was too close for her comfort. Now she feels secure. Between the sweater and the sheepskin, she should be comfy. And my knees are being kept warm by that lovely fire. As soon as the color's done, I'm gonna roast me some marshmallows. Yum, yum, yum. Are you being cute? It's the best bet at being cute. Yeah, you're saying like, keep petting me. Like those tummy rubs. Like a good tummy rub, huh? Is he being a puppy? Tummy rubs. Look at how big you're growing. You're kicking yourself in the face. Yeah. Okay, I gotta get my tea. They're getting along a lot better, actually. Much better. I have to say, it is the perfect day for this. Yeah, down there, my car, I have to take the tail off, and then I pull the hitch receiver off, which is attached to the bumper, which is attached to the frame. Check the welds on the frame to see if they need to be done again or fixed, or if I need to look into getting something better done. Grind off all the rust and old paint and repaint the bumper, put it back together. So I've given myself 2.5, 3 days to do it, till Sunday late, when we have to go for food again. And if I must, I could do that by bicycle. So I've got enough time, because I've got a shelter, I've got a good space to work. I've got a table set out here, and I've got the bus, so if I need to work on things, if the weather really sours, I can use the back of the bus. Here's a new one. This dog steals tools. I left the tool here to go check if someone was at the door. She did that with it. And eventually carried it off, and I had to look for it. I think I'll take it back from her now. Mine. 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 No, mine. She does know what that means. This is the thing I'm taking off to refinish. This part here that sticks out looks really ugly, and besides which, this whole thing is my bumper hitch. It's got to be kept up nice. I still have the original aluminum one, but the hitch is the point, you know? So the welds were done in here. I won't get a good look at them till this is off, but I've had to get out the big breaker bar to deal with these two bolts, which I'm returning to doing. I would also like to get some sandpaper or Dremel or something on here and get a good look. This is where it was welded. I think this is all weld material. It was cracked across here. And on this side, same thing. So I'd like to clean that off and paint this. Just give this here, this area. I can mask it off quite easily, a paint job. You can see here there was enough rust on this to make perfect sense to do what I'm doing. I mean, you know, this needs to be addressed now. So that is what we're doing. I just realized I'm tricking myself into drinking water. I leave a full glass of water sitting on my table so that when I come in, I think, oh, I haven't drunk all my water. I should down that. And then I immediately refill it. And then the next time I come in, I'm going to have the same impression. By doing so, I am frequently getting up to 4 16-ounce glasses of water a day, which is enough to make the doctor shut up about water. Never build a wasp nest inside a garage because it makes fumigating way too easy. I'm going to have to change tools and accessories to try and get into these corners and possibly do some manual extraction. Oh, and I've got a Dremel as well. I'll get her done. Tools. Yes. Haven't even begun there. This job is going to take longer than I thought. It's way too hot for the level of protection that I wear when using an angle grinder. It's way too hot. So what's left are these tight corners where the angle grinder couldn't go. I'm going to use the Dremel, but first I'm doing what I can with physical, mechanical stuff, because the Dremel tools wear out and cost a lot, and so I'm just going at it with the scrapers and pulling what I can off to get ready so I have less work to do with the Dremel. You are now witnessing the first voluntary sharing of a bed between these two dogs. He snuck up on her while she was asleep, and she just woke up and may do something about this. Not sure. I've got really great hair right now, but I'm about to sleep on it, so there you have it. That's my good hair day. Right there, that is a rust spot I just ground out, primed over. I'll sand it, paint it. It's behind the door, no one will ever see it, and it won't rust out. Spots, lots of it. That's what's left of a vitamin C pill. I've been scraping it and mixing it with water and applying it as a paste to my face in places where I'm concerned about skin cancer. Because rather than book an appointment to see my doctor and pay somebody a great deal of money for a special cream to do the same purpose, I figured I'd just cut to the chase, because the active ingredient in the special cream is very often vitamin C. So I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and apply the vitamin C directly to my skin. You see, in this area here, got the most sun on my trip. It really does feel as if it feels unhappy, and the way that it's stinging my skin in spots, I'm thinking, yeah, it's finding spots. So I'm just going to do this for a week or so and see if it all clears up. Some of these spots were like a zit that never heals, and some of them were like the wrong kind of mole, like the kind of mole that's you're supposed to get a dermatologist look at. There you go. There's my home remedy for really simple sun-caused skin cancer. Now that I've had cancer, I'm more susceptible, so I'm just cutting to the chase and doing something about it. It's time to add a strip of lighting to the galley hatch on my teardrop trailer. I found it at Canadian Tire. It's just white light. It uses 4 AAA batteries. It's super cheap. Got a roll of 2-sided tape that I'm just going to go ahead and use that, because the stuff that it came with is just extremely unreliable. So this one's sticking just fine. I cleaned under here with alcohol, and then this pile here, it's just been doing strange things and not being sticky. Here it feels like the glue pulled off with the backing paper. But it's just going to go on this board here, across like that. I just got a roll of tape. I just need to lay in a line of it where I'm going to be putting the stuff. It goes as far as Tucker's nose. So I'll just lay it on here. Oh, and one final step is I'm going to use duct tape to keep the battery compartment shut, because when this thing bounces, even bottles open themselves. So there's your duct tape. That's going to keep this from bouncing open. It's juicidly hard to get the batteries in the first place. So now things won't come falling out on me. Of course, getting the batteries changed is going to involve a bit of nuisance. You know how duct tape grips over time. I'll be doing some slacing, but that's all right. The point is, lighting.